How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today we have the Splat-R-ball SBR 1200. I've had other Splat-R-ball products. I think I have the SBR 400. I also tried out their Pyro Mag, which incidentally will work for this one and the other one. All these mags are interchangeable. You can technically buy just the drum and a spare battery from Splat-R-ball. And like Walmart.com as well. So I thought that was really neat. This was typically $84 to $88, and we were lucky enough to get this on sale from Walmart for $59. I think that's a great price for this. Technically, I did an updated Gel Blaster collection. This was in it. Technically, the video hasn't been done till now, so at least you'll get the review for this. We're gonna unbox it, shoot it, see how it performs, how it stacks up in the high performance list. I think it's going to do really well. I think for sure it's going to be in the top 3 or 4. So without further ado, let's unbox it, show you everything you get. I did charge the battery to save us some time because it does take a little while, and I do also have some balls already hydrated. I'm going to use the same balls for testing. That way it's a plain, or that way it's level playing field, so no one has an advantage with like better balls than the other. Y'all shoot the same balls. I made sure all the batteries are charged. We're going to test it with the same AC 5000 chronograph, so we're going to have the same, hopefully accurate, results for you guys. So without further ado, let's unbox this. So in the box, on this top side, you get something similar to the Lightning Pro, a Splat-R-ball target. So it's cool is when these get wet, you can see where you hit when the balls hit and they break, and then afterwards, once it dries, I'm gonna have to end up taking that off. You see right here, reusable target. So it actually has a note on it. That's a nice touch. A lot of folks will think once it gets wet, it's garbage. It's not. So you get the reusable target. You get this little paper in the collection. I mentioned that if you guys have an issue with these guns, you don't take them back to the store. You call these numbers, they get you parts. They can replace them, all kinds of warranty stuff. It's important to really have these laying around in case your gun does break within reason. Obviously, if you drop it or break it, they're not probably going to cover it, but most of the time they probably will work with you. So definitely hang on to this. And then we get I got to pop this out. Looks like for the SBR 400 I have, there's 2 versions. The orange one I think has a stock, and then there's the blue one that has this piece but blue, where it comes with a sling. This one has the option of putting a sling through it. It did not include a sling in the box, so just be aware of that, but you can put something on the end so it just doesn't look silly in case you don't want the stock, which I'm going to be using. Set that there. Then we also get, very important, set of safety glasses. What I like about these is they're adjustable for adults. These are one of the nicer ones. I definitely like the ones that have big, wide glass. That way it keeps it from going in your eyes. They tilt. See that? So everyone's head's not shaped the same. It helps adjust. Does it extend? Some of them will extend. Cool stuff like that. But these are nice glasses. Definitely hang on to these. Very important. And then we have the stock, which I really like. Rubber on this side. Nice stock. And then we have a little funnel that's going to help load that drum. You just set it in there, and then you just open up the valve like on my depot or bottle, whatever you have. Of course, obviously pour it in. So that's a nice touch to include that. You could probably put a string or a clip or something and connect it somehow to, a depot or something on a string. I don't know, maybe around your neck, whatever. But it's just cool that they included this, like a little funnel, basically. Then you have, let me see how many balls you get. Does it say? I would imagine it'd be at least 5,000 if I had to guess. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you guys the back of this really quickly. There's the back of it. It's saying it has over 210 FPS. Shows you all the included contents. And it talks a little bit about the gun. Its features. It's only fully automatic, no 3-hour burst. Let's see. It says when it says included. 6,000 balls. I trust you. Well, as I'm double checking. I guess 6,000. You're right. So on the side, up the top right corner. I believe you. I believe you. She's like, "Duh." So these are individual. The cool part is each one of these bags has 1,200. So when you mix one of these, it will be the 1,200 you need for the drum. So I think that's a really cool touch. They kind of pre-measured it for you. This is not the largest capacity you're gonna have. The biggest one is the 1750 from Faction. It's honestly the king when it comes to night tracers. Performance so far, all of it. Faction took the cake, and an app and features. So keep that in mind. The only downside is the Type-C, but anyways, this is what we're here for. So 1,200 round bags per bag. A battery. This is, and I did see you can get extras, and you can buy the 2,000 milliamp ones as well. This one is 1,800 7.4 volts. Actually has lithium ion pack. Actually has the Splat-R-ball name right on it. Then we get a little balance lead USB charger. Nice long wire, says Splat-R-ball on it. It charges at a rate of 1 amp per hour. So in no more than a little under 2 hours should charge that battery from all the way dead. It does, this little bump, by the way, is a voltage cutoff regulator, so it keeps you from completely draining and damaging this battery. Very important. And then we have the drum. That is really cool. This is my second drum I've owned. The other one I think is 1,000. It's from my aunt's toy. So this one, really cool. You twist it and it opens up, and then you twist it and then it closes. So that's a really nice touch. You can see it may be hard to put in there. That's why they give you the funnel. And then of course it has a little mechanism and a motor in there to help feed them. Sorry, I got an itch. And then the main event. Let's double check, make sure there's nothing under here. And there isn't. There shouldn't be anything underneath that. So let's set this box down for now. Just like so. So here is the main event. I like the size of this. I'll compare it to other guns when we're out there shooting, because what's gonna, it's gonna have to fight for the FPS title. You can see the little Splat-R-ball logo. You get kind of like an iron sight to look down it. Nice Splat-R-ball logo. This is where you have the option to attach different stocks. It's just this little button helps hold it on. So we're gonna do I like the stocks, or they just slides on. You hear it snap. You just push this in and then pull up to take it off so you can change it. So that snapped in nicely. It feels really firm. Feels really good against the shoulder. I'm not going to be looking down the sight. I'm mostly going to be following the balls as I'm shooting, because it is fully automatic only. Supposedly this lights up. It would have been cooler if these lights were taken and put in here to help charge and create night tracers. Of course, you have the pyro mag that can go on here. So technically this can be a night tracer gun. Then on this side, you have a switch, fully off or fully automatic. There is no 3-round burst of single fire, which is fine. I guess you could bump fire it. And then you have a metal barrel. You can see the blue metal barrel right there. So that should have at least 200 FPS. All these nicer guns like this usually get at least 200 FPS, which is a good number, powerful enough for a gel blaster fight. There's a little button you push down, pull out, the door comes open. There's the connector. So we're gonna go ahead, like I mentioned, make sure you properly charge this battery all the way. Slide the battery in. It only can connect one way. Ha ha ha! Yeah, must be on. Whoopsie. So there it is on, and then when you turn it off, does it go off? Does it take a second? Does the light always stay on? I doubt it. It's probably like once you turn it off, nothing, and then here, ready to listen to it? Fully automatic. So you can fire, you just gotta time it right. Let's hear that fully automatic one more time. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's put it in the off position. Let's just see if this turns off. We'll leave it in off position for a second. Then of course the mag just slides on just like any other mag, straight in the hole. Push it all the way till it clicks. And this is what it looks like fully assembled. I think it looks really, really good. I'm curious to see. So you have the mag gun like this. Obviously, you should probably take it off when you unload it, not point the gun at your face. Let's do the mag release. If it drops with gravity, I'll catch it. So you would push forward. So, oh yeah, nice. So when you fill this, you get your balls. This is the most important part. I feel like a lot of people will mess up with their guns, is not letting these properly hydrate. What will happen is these rounds won't get big enough. They'll get maybe 5 or 4 millimeters or 6 millimeters, but until they get 7.5 millimeters, that gun can't function properly. And then another thing is emptying, taking the mag off, emptying the gun, making sure there's nothing in it, and then emptying the magazine. What will happen is those little beads will dehydrate and get stuck all in the mechanism, and they'll get stuck all in the gun, and it'll cause the gun to malfunction and not work properly, and possibly even damage it. So just be aware of that. So to fill this, you're just gonna turn this to the left, I believe. It's a little tight, but you want it to be. Have your funnel ready. The funnel should perfectly fit in there. And yes, it does, just like so. And then you're gonna just dump, you're gonna go under your depot or whatever you have, and then dump the balls in, fill it up. And then of course, lock it back. And it just should be just basically. So, I like it so far. We are going to set up the included target. And then, of course, we're going to break out the AC 5000. We put brand new batteries in it because it has been sitting a little while. We also made sure with the depots, by the way, make sure you put water in them every once in a while. Do not let them, because once they start dehydrating, there's a possibility of them not properly rehydrating. So those are tight. If you close the lid properly and close that door all the way, it will keep moisture in it, which hence keeps them from dehydrating. So it's not a bad idea before you don't play for a while. Maybe fill it up with water and just let it sit there. Let them sit in water. They're not going to hurt anything if they sit in water. They're not going to dehydrate. Or some water. Always keep moisture in that container. And then, of course, drain it all the way so you don't put water in your magazines. They should have holes for them to drain. Yeah, these two holes right here are just for draining water. So what happens, water will go in the bottom, and then they'll run down this little channel and drain out. You want to put as little as water as possible in the gun. You want to drain the balls properly. Doesn't matter what you store them in, but just drain them properly. And this switch still hasn't turned the gun off. I wonder if it's motion sense. So let's set the gun. What I'll do is we'll pause because we have to stage and set everything up. Of course, we have to get out the AC 5000, put on its stand. We're going to use the same X-Shot balls because they're the heaviest ones. They're the .23. I'm going to measure, make sure they're still the same diameter. That way it's fair across the testing field. We'll shoot at the target just to see for range and accuracy how well it shoots. We'll kind of get an idea for fire rate. Technically, we can do fire rate on a chronograph. I'm just not too familiar with it, so I haven't done that testing. I would have to go back and test all those guns, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to do the FPS and see where it falls in that king category. I'm curious. I could refer back to my video. The video is on the channel, so you can refer back and see. I remember, I think the Lightning Pro was 230. Then it was the Kratos and the Starfire, whatever, Surge XL was getting like, I want to say 240, 250-ish, low 250s. And then the Faction was getting 258, 252, 260 I've seen with the Faction Havoc. So that one was the manufacturer factory king. And then, of course, the Anstor with the modified barrel and the spring is king because it was higher. But I did find the spring and the barrel, so we may revert it back to factory and see where it falls in that category because it's really unfair that way. I think the Anstor was getting like 290. I've seen 300. It was getting like 280 consistently, 290, and I've seen a 301, 303. So that one definitely has an advantage with the longer metal barrel and the N95 spring in it. Theoretically, you could upgrade these, but I'm not going to fool with it. So let's go outside, get everything set up, shoot this, and see how she does. We'll be right back. Okay, so we got done loading the gun, charged battery. We use the same balls we use in all of our testing. This, by the way, the little funnel, works really, really well, especially for the depot. We have the AC 5000 with fresh batteries. We made sure we're at the caliber of 7.5, 0.23 grams ammo. Reset, fresh data logs. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot through this, and then we're going to try to hit that target. We'll try different ranges, and then, of course, we'll do the pain test, which I'm not looking forward to. So I have the glasses, by the way, on my head. I'm going to put them on when we do the paint test. So we go about, I don't know, about an inch, about right here. Ready? 250, 187, 98, 268. That's not accurate.
No balls.
Here we go. So honestly, anywhere from, it's safely saying that it's getting 200. I've seen a 250 in there, a 260, a 240, a 230, and a 220. It's kind of all over the place. I don't know if these balls are older or what. Safe to say it's probably getting 230 at least. Anywhere from 200 to 230. I've seen a 250. So all of them aren't going to be shooting at that rate.
Maybe because it's a little cooler out?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And we didn't fill the thing up all the way, by the way. We just put enough for testing. That's why we had to shake it a little bit to get it going again. There was a little spot where it didn't have any balls. I mean, it's not, is there an average? So, I mean, like I mentioned, 202, 294, 298. Another 204, 192, 217, 205, 220, 218, 201, 214, 205, 219. So it's definitely over 200. The best I've seen is a 250. I don't know if you consecutively get that. What's weird about this one, it only has fully automatic. I wish they had a good solid cycle single shot. It's hard sometimes to get a cycle just right to be a single shot. That plunger doesn't move back every time. Then it has to be at the right spot to get a right shot. So keep that in mind. I may end up testing, making some fresh Splat-R-ball balls and test it on my own. If I get different results, I'll share it. But I honestly used the X-Shot balls for all the guns in my testing. So it wasn't like one got preferential treatment. I guess the manufacturers do say the recommended balls, but the X-Shot was the heaviest one, which typically gets better results, like the .23. Typically, it's all of them got typically better results with that. So keep that in mind. So here we go. We're going to hit, oh man, hopefully we don't hit the tennis thing. So we're going to try to hit the target all day. Look how accurate that is. We're going to hit the corn. We're getting low. Look how close I am to it. I mean, do you see how close I'm getting to that? And then the little tree on the placement. And then rate of fire. So it is good. It's got good rate of fire. Definitely 11 balls per second. Definitely should have probably put more balls in here. I'm towards like the very bottom of it, so I barely put any in here. So it's hitting that target pretty accurately at this distance. This is not close range. It seems to be firing a little better. Let me do a couple more shots. .220, 219, 210, 220. 220. So it's definitely, I would safely say it's getting 220 to 230 range consistently. Right around there, give or take. Like I said, we'll try the Splat-R-ball balls, but for this at least, so it is not near the king. I've seen a 250, but the other ones were getting like 250 pretty consistent, like 240, 230, 248, 252. So yeah, definitely not king. I think it did better than the other one, the SBR 400. I think it's a very similar platform, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll recompare it with the same balls and see, but I was expecting a lot more out of this. And then here's Candace's favorite part. Thank God there's not that many balls shooting me. So I'm gonna go out a little bit because I don't want to be too close range. Yeah, unfortunately, man. Test, mic check. I can't go too far. Is that funny? Please stretch out, please. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Not that. It whizzed right. It whizzed right past my ear. I felt the wind off of it. You crazy woman, give me that. God, it hurts. And that's not that far away either. Closer definitely would hurt more. I definitely like this a lot. Not saying to say it's bad, it's not my favorite, but it's good. Seems to be getting a little better. Maybe I needed to run a little bit. Feels like it's running better now. Like in the beginning, it wasn't running as consistent. Like in the beginning, it was getting like 180s when. Yeah. It's getting like between 200 and like 220, 230 at best. So it's definitely, the Lightning Pro beats it. I think was second. Lightning, I think it was the Faction was consistently above 200. Then it was the Kratos. Then it was the Lightning Pro. And this one is below that, unfortunately. So a little disappointed, but I did get a good price. I'd have been a little more mad if I'd have paid $80, $90 for this. So I paid $59. I think it's well worth it with the drum, considering that we can use this drum for the other one. We can use the Pyro Mag with the night tracers on this one. You know what I mean? We have a lot of options now, so I think it's okay. I may clean the inside. I thought at first there was stuff in there, but it's fine. It's reading just fine now. I had to reset it. I had it on the wrong ammo. I did it like the first part of the video. I did a video before this, and it did have the wrong setting, so I double checked my work. Like I said, it's kind of a bummer when you turn it off, this light doesn't go off and it has the motion sense thing. You can disable this or put tape over it. Honestly, oh, that's cool, it turns. Wait, how does it illuminate? Oh, duh. So this is just a rod, the light's like back here and it's illuminating through the rod. See, you can spin it. It has two lights. I wonder if you took these two lights and put it in the gun, will it illuminate the balls enough to make night tracers. Maybe we'll do a cool mod like that. But remember, when you're modifying... Ooh, I got to be careful doing that. I like it. I like it a lot. Man, it's just consistent, smooth. This is a good gun. You don't need guns 250. What was that?
Someone's
trying to... Somebody wants to... Oh, it's a hammer. I was like, somebody wants smoke. It's about to go down. They're going to be calling Cole Rain Township's going to show up. It's going to be a shootout. No, I'm joking. Obviously, in fun with gel blasters, please, no violence. So, yeah, I like it. It's not a bad idea to even run around with it like a little Uzi, Still got a little weight to it, smaller that way. You can duck, move around easier, I guess. But I like the stock. I don't know, I just like the feel. It feels really natural, right? So yeah, there you have it, guys. The Splat-R-ball SBR 1200. Sorry this video is a little long. I just had a lot on my mind thinking about this gun. Like, I like the plastics. I like the feel. I like the way it's made. I'm just not the most impressed. But to be honest with you, when you're playing this game, it's really about distance, accuracy, fire rate's good, big ammo thing. Like, this has everything going for it. It's just not the hardest hitting. You're gonna feel this hitting you for sure. That's why I highly recommend playing in the fall when you wear a hoodie or something, right? And obviously, safety first glasses. By the way, these glasses do expand. They were just kind of tight, see? So they go outward for a bigger head like mine, see? Boop, boop. And they tilt so you can get the right angle. They have this little foam right here for your forehead. These little feet for your eye, for your nose. I mean, it's good. I definitely feel like this would stop around in your eye. So there you have it, guys. The SBR 1200. Not a bad gun. Just sucks it's not going to fight for the king. But as far as shooting, performance is good. Anything over 200 is good, to be honest with you. The barrel, you know, the capacity, the stock, the looks, I like it. So there you have it. Definitely try to get this for 59 bucks. That's when it's a steal. And you can get batteries for it, you get other mags, stuff like that. So that's cool. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.